Hello and welcome to Cooking Unseen. Today, in the conditions of the extremely cold weather, I'm going to be making a pot of chicken and dumplings. We're going to be using gnocchi today. And yeah, the cold weather is a little bit nonsense, but snow is fun, so that's fun. And we're going to be making chicken and dumplings to warm ourselves up with.
Okay. All right, back inside now. Tell us about the hen that you roasted.
So I roasted it with lemon, butter, onion, garlic.
And how long did you cook it? How did you know how to cook it?
About 20 minutes per pound.
And
until it reaches 160 degrees.
How did you check it to know it was 160 degrees?
So this is I have a talking thermometer.
So it's not going to register 160 degrees now because we've had it out of the oven at least an hour. So he turns it on, and then there's another button for talk.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and see what temperature is at.
degrees Fahrenheit.
I mean, that's after it's been out of the oven about an hour, so it's still 150 degrees, but it was 160 when we took it out. And what are you gonna, and where did you put the vegetables, the onions and the lemon and the garlic?
So I put it inside the chicken.
Inside the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right there. You can see a little bit of the lemon sticking out. And then you rub the skin with
butter.
And what else?
And salt and pepper.
Okay. And today, what's different about this chicken and dumplings? What are your dumplings from?
From gnocchi.
Which is?
Which is like a round potato.
Yes, these came from Italy. I guess we make them here in America, but these came from Italy, a little package.
So we're now with the chicken being done, we're gonna focus on the sauce for the dumplings, and we're using a leek, carrot, and a celery stick. And so with the leek, you can eat the green, but this one's seen better days, so we're gonna cut most of it off. We're gonna cut it right here.
And you can't eat the very top of it, it's too tough, but towards the end green you can, but our leek is kind of oldish. What did you just do there?
So I cut off the other end of the leek on this side of the leek.
Okay.
And we're gonna just cut it up into little rings now.
What's unique about the leek? How does it taste, and why do you have to wash it?
So why you have to wash it is because the inner layers has sand in it, and we don't want the sand. So and then why it's unique is because it's like a onion and garlic kind of.
Yeah, it's really a nice mild seasoning. A lot of times the dirt's inside those layers that you see him pulling there. He's already got one cut up in here with the celery. And then we're going to rinse it off in the colander, or he's going to rinse it off in the colander.
So next is the celery and the carrot. I have the carrot in my hand,
You do not have a carrot in your hand.
Not the carrot, the celery. And then we're gonna cut the ends off just to have a fresh cut, and then and we're gonna cut it into little strips. Okay, so we're gonna cut it into little strips now.
One time when you made this for people who didn't like celery and carrots, what did you do?
I put it in the chopper and just chopped it up.
And that way you could still see it, but they couldn't really complain about it because it was such little bites.
Mm-hmm.
If you have picky eaters, that's a good way to do it. He just put it in a chopper and made it pretty fine. It looked like flakes instead of pieces. So you still had the nutrition and the flavor.
So next we're going to move on to the carrot. We've already cut off the tips on the carrot, but we're going to just cut it into little circles.
So they're thin little slices because we're going to saute those. So they need to be thin so that we can saute them. And then they all go into the colander, and he's going to wash them up.
So I have 3 tablespoons of butter in the crock pot, and we're going to start putting the vegetables to be sauteing.
Now this crock pot is a tool that we use often because it has, first of all, a setting. Tell us about the settings that it has. On is where?
To the left.
Well, on for the stovetop. Let me take a picture of it. So off is straight up, and I have a little, there's a little indention here that he feels. And I have the braille, so when that little indention lines up to there, that's off. And he knows when he turns it to the left, it's stovetop. First click is high, medium, low. Then after we saute, then we actually can turn it over to slow cooker. So he uses this a lot because it's very safe and it fries without splashing anything on him. There's no open fire. So we're gonna saute these vegetables right now.
So it's been simmering for 10 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and add the garlic in with the vegetables.
How hard is it for you to do fresh garlic?
It's not hard. You have to cut up the tips of the garlic.
Cut it up or just cut it off?
Cut it off. So we're mincing the garlic into the vegetables.
Now, say somebody doesn't have fresh garlic, what could they use instead?
Like already minced garlic in a jar, or garlic powder.
So do you worry about getting all the outside edge, little husk off of the garlic, or you just maybe put it in there and squish it out?
Just squish it out
with the garlic press. Also, you know, real chicken and dumplings doesn't have celery and carrots, but we like celery and carrots, so we include it. It's really very nice. Nice flavor, nice. And like I say, if you don't like it, we put it in the chopper another day, so it was so small. Have you got more garlic to do? How much you gonna do? What, 3 or 4 cloves?
Yes.
So he's done 2 stalks of celery, 2 carrots, 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. And he sauteed the vegetables already for 10 minutes. You're going to saute it a few more minutes, yes or no?
Yeah, after we put the garlic in, we're going to saute it an additional 5 minutes. So we just had to do it a couple more minutes because we tested the carrots and they're pork tender. So okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and pour. So I almost did the chicken stock first, but we gotta do the flour first. So we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of flour, which I've already got up in this ramekin.
And the flour's going to thicken the sauce, so it's more of the dumpling consistency. Not a soup, but a thicken.
So I had to add another tablespoon of butter because there wasn't enough oil in the pot, but we added the tablespoon of butter.
To mix up that flour and kind of brown it a little bit. But he could tell by how it felt under his whisk. So he switched utensils because he could tell that what you were getting all your vegetables.
The vegetables were all on the left side of the pot, so I had to get them in the middle. So now I'm gonna add one box of chicken broth. You can use chicken stock, but 1 box is 4 cups, so 4 cups of chicken broth, and then 1 cup of half and half. Okay, I gave that a quick stir, and now we're gonna add the half and half to it. So,
How much half and half?
1 cup.
And if you need more, you can always add it. That's the thing about cooking. You know, if you need more salt, you can always add more. If you need more half and half, you can always add that. Owen measures the top just with his finger, but they do have those little things that beep as it gets close. But, you know, a lot of the cooking shows say your most important tool in the kitchen is what, Owen?
Your hands.
Your hands.
I'm gonna take a knife and open it.
Owen and I have a game that we play. It's called Can You Open This? And it goes anywhere from half and half to pill bottles to nasal spray to gnocchi, where you can't find the edge. And it's quite a challenge sometimes. But he has accomplished it without any damage to the gnocchis or his hands. So it's 1 package of gnocchi, and he's going to put that in the sauce. And next is the herbs, which I actually have over here for you. You have what?
So I tied them with some string, and we're just gonna.
But what are they that you have?
Rosemary and thyme.
And it's fine if you don't have it growing outside. No biggie, right? You could use.
You can use dried, like in a bottle, but we have fresh, so.
Yes, and so instead of trying to chop it up, he just tied it with a string, and he can take that out later on. And we're just looking for the flavor anyway. One more thing we have to add, and you've already pre-measured that, is this little ramekin here. And that is your
salt and pepper.
And one other spice, one other seasoning. I've put him on the spot, yet he measured it earlier. I'll give you a hint of what you measured. He doesn't like being under this camera still.
No, I'm still getting used to this whole camera situation.
So it starts with a P. We play charades too. What's the other spice you put in here? You put in half a teaspoon of poultry.
Oh, poultry seasoning.
All right. And then we're going to just kind of stir that up a little bit. and cover it and let it cook for, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long you want that gnocchi to get tender. We'll come back and show you our final dish.
Okay. So I've cooked it for 5 minutes. It needs more salt.
Is it thick enough yet?
Like the
Can
sauce
you,
or the
yeah,
or
the
gnocchi?
sauce. Can you the gnocchi is fork tender,
Mm-hmm.
so it's done. But what about the sauce? Is it thick enough yet?
No.
So we're gonna add some salt and cook it another 5 minutes and check it.
Cook it. Check it at 5 minutes. Okay, so we'll turn our attention to the chicken to shred it, and it's missing the leg because we ate it, and so anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start shredding it.
All right, where's this other leg? Put it over here in this pan.
Okay, so for pulling the chicken off of the bone, just feel for the bone and then pull it away from it, like off the bone.
So off comes one breast just by feeling that breastbone and pulling it off. Owen has shredded meat for us many times, including pulled pork and brisket. And this roasted chicken, he's no problem pulling that apart. And he could slice it if you want it sliced, or you can just break it up with your fingers, right, Owen?
Right. Okay, so
you can see inside the chicken now where we had our vegetables. And he's almost got the chicken pulled apart. Look at all that yummy sauce in the bottom. What do you think about that sauce?
we don't want to waste the sauce. We're gonna try to get all of it in the sauce.
Yeah, I think people call it pan drippings, but anyway, we're gonna take all those yummy pan drippings. He's gonna pour it over into our sauce. Yum yum.
Okay, so I've removed the herbs from our sauce, and now we're gonna pour the pan sauce in it.
That's the pan drippings that was in our roasting pan. Yum yum. Okay, we've got the pan sauce in there, and now
we're gonna add the chicken to it.
So Owen pulled that chicken off the hen that we roasted earlier today. And I want to tell you, you could use a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store, but oh my gosh, this was not difficult. And a hen cost anywhere from $6 or $7 to $12, depending on the grocery store that you buy it from. So the whole meal can cost less than $20 and feed easily a family of 4 to 6. And you can add another package of gnocchi if you've got extra people to feed. Easily it will support another package. And not to miss the pan drippings that was left in there, we put 1/4 of a cup of half and half. So here's the last scrapings of that pan sauce. And we just got it out with 1/4 of a cup of half and half. He's gonna stir that in. Well, he's washing his hands. He washes his hands a bazillion times.
So we're just gonna stir this up and let it simmer on crock pot for 5 minutes, and then it'll be ready. Okay, so we're gonna try it and see how it turned out. And it's really good. And I have a glass of sweet tea.
Perfect for a southern boy, right?
Yes.
Or any boy. And you can see the gnocchi and the chicken, a little bit of vegetables. Yum, yum.